and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. We're right at the top of the Masoid Avenue. So we're crescendoing down into Paphos, and it's rush hour. If your name's Dizzy Blonde, look at it. Absolute gridlock. And it's probably going to take us, I don't know, 15 minutes or so probably to get to the downtown Paphos Harbour, or downtown paradise. So if you're looking for a view to die for, sit back, kick off the flip-flops, pour yourself a frappe, and perhaps light yourself a cigar or two. Especially if your name is Sir Derek Scully. There we are. He likes to have a tipple or two, there's no doubt about that. Whether he's in Mesco. Where's Mesco? Oh my goodness. Mr. Paul has lost his English. It's way too early in the morning and we're in rush hour traffic. Anyway, while Derek was in Mexico, he went on a wine testing, a tequila testing exercise, and he felt very guilty indeed. They were going to do him for theft for drinking so much, so he bought a couple of bottles and didn't even realise he'd done it because he was that drunk. He'd had that much tequila. But sounds like a guy after my own heart, that's for sure. And I promise you, when you arrive, we'll go and do a bit of Romeo and Julieting together. Now, if you're wondering what Romeo and Julieting is, that's a brand of cigars, and they're called Romeo and Juliet, and I call them Romeo and Julieting. There we are. New little caption to the channel, shall we say. If you're wondering what some of the phrases do mean, perhaps, because obviously some of the phrases we use go back a long way to the very start of the channel. Sherlock Holmes, that's probably the most famous saying that we've got. And what does it basically mean? S-H-I-T, that's what it means. It goes back a long time ago. I think in those days we were lucky if we got 3 or 4 views per month. And some of the superstars that liked to view us back then were the girl in charge of the show. That's our Dame Anne, our legend, obviously. Of course, there's another girl who's a bit of a legend on the show. She's a bit of a so sweet Caroline, and she's got a lady right at the beginning now. And of course, her partner in crime, the one and only, the superstar, the legend, the Breitling watch catalogue supervisor, and literally buys every single thing that they ever make. The one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns. These are some of the people that have been with us from the very start indeed. Biking Ronnie, Lord Dave Jono, and yes, there's a couple of pains in downtown Dan Cardiff. Yes, we know. Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon, good morning to you. Anyway, as I was saying, we were making a little video and I was having problems with my pronunciation, as I often do, especially when it's a foreign language. Can't get my, how do I say it, tongue round it. Yes, it's something to do with the circumference of the words and all those kind of things. Anyway, back to the story. And I was trying to say, I don't know, Salamullah, whatever it was, and I decided to use the words, Salamu alaikum. There we go. Marika was sitting on a wall, it tickled the living daylights out of her, and she was about to say something like, something S-H-I-T, and she quickly stopped herself and came up with the first thing that she could think of that rhymed with it, and those 2 words were Sherlock Holmes. So it's no disrespect to Sherlock Holmes, we know he's a dude, he's a superstar, but and it stuck, and 1 or 2 people use it now in their daily vocabulary just like we do. So whenever I'm driving around and I see a bad bit of road or something that's not very good, I say Sherlock Holmes. And even some of the people that I mix with, if you understand me, in the workshop actually say it as well, and they don't watch Marika and me, and they don't know what it actually means. But they understand when something's not quite right, they go, oh, it's Sherlock Holmes. Yes, there we go. That's my impersonation of Hassan, my manager. Oh, yo, Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, there we go. He's a legend. He's a superstar. You've seen him on some of the videos. He's the grumpy one. He's a little bit short. Well, they're all a little bit short. But anyway, he's a little bit short, a little bit plump. Really nice lad. And, well, he uses the phrase Sherlock Holmes. And he's the manager. Very grumpy indeed. He actually is not. He's not grumpy at all. He's actually a happy chap. He just has one of those grumpy faces on it. So there we are. Look, it's one of those learner driver things. If your name is Lady Ali, see that chappie there? He's probably driving along with no seat belt on. His indicator is still indicating, but it's probably been on since last week. He has an indicator to go left. Anyway, What can we say about the driving standards in Cyprus? If you come into Cyprus first time, it's going to scare the living daylights out of you. Yes, well, unless you're coming from Botswana, maybe. No, that would be unfair to Botswana. I've been there. The driving, to be honest, wasn't that bad. Well, it was actually. But anyway, it's up there with the ranking of Cyprus. I would say the driving in Cyprus is... I'll choose my words carefully. I don't want to be deported today, but I will say that the driving is discombobulated, Lady Heather. That's a good word for it, isn't it? Should we say relaxed, casual, not much care due and attention. Is that the right words? I don't know. Not much attention taken to what they're doing, not much thought to what they're doing. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was once in a car with a Cypriot doctor, spoke perfect English, educated in London. You know, obviously he was very, very educated indeed, but far, far more educated probably than you and me. Anyway, and his command of English was perfect. There was no loss of translation. And we were driving along the road. And he kept saying to me, oh, you know, driving in Cyprus is very bad. And this car stuck at my bottom and these kind of things. Those are my phrases, I know. But you know what I mean? He was telling me then, this car's a bit close. And I said to him, why don't you indicate left or indicate right? And he said to me, why would I want to indicate left and indicate right? I said, well, when you turn left, if you indicated left, it would tell the person behind you that probably you were going left. And if you indicated right, it would probably inform them that you were going right. And then perhaps they wouldn't stick themselves up your bottom so much. To which he turned to me and he said to me with a straight face, why would I want the person behind me to know where I am going? I just looked at him and thought to myself, perhaps you're not that good a doctor than I thought you were. Anyway, on to the next one. If you want your car MOT'd in downtown Paphos, but you've got a little supermarket on the right hand side, so you can pop in for a yogurt or a croissant or some of those lemon and cola sweeties. I fancy some of them. Or you can go to the left and go into the MOT station, and that's the strictest MOT station in Paphos. Yes, that's a good thing, by the way. It means that they actually check your lights and, well, other things as well, like value exhaust, you know what I mean? Little things you take for granted in the UK. There we go. €35 if you're wondering how much it is, and you only have to do it every 2 years, so it's not bad, is it? And, well, you know, what can I say? As I say, he's the most strict, and we go there all the time, and, you know, now and again we take their car, a customer, should we say there, and it's got a semi-ball tyre. We hadn't noticed, he notices obviously, and he says it needs a tyre. And I say, is it passed? He goes, yeah, it's passed, but it does need a tyre. So it's a bit more lax in Cyprus. And, oh no, we're on a new road here, and they've only just finished it, and now they're doing something, and they're digging the bugger up. What can you say? We're in downtown Cape Paphos. What a truly, truly spectacular day indeed. Look at that for a sky. Is that blue? Oh yeah, it's blue. Look at the sea. I can see the sea out of the corner of my right eye, and I can promise you that it is blue. Now, most of these people haven't got a clue where they are, by the way, and they'll just meander around now. Luckily for me, I do know exactly where I am. So we'll go along this way. Oh look, it actually got a diversion sign. Oh, I'm shocked, but it's probably going to send us the wrong way. But I know where I'm going. So we'll go to the end here, then we'll go left, and then we'll take a right, and we'll wiggle our way back onto the main road, which is the new road through the centre of Paphos. And as you can see, it's a bit gridlock because everyone's confused where they want to go. Come on, Dizzy Bron's getting very, very frustrated indeed. Now, where was I? Hold on, let me have a quick drink of my coffee. I've just been up to Atlas Coffee, that's why I'm working my way down, and probably going to go and see Chris the Sponge Man. I know it's early, but it's a quiet day today. Well, I've got a couple of hours, shall we say now, with not a lot going on for Mr. Paul, so I'll go and sit with my mate, Mr. Chris the Sponge Man, and you never know, I might get to sell a sponge or two to you, and he'll buy me a coffee, and I'll give him a cigar. Not a bad deal. It cost him €2 and cost me 5. I tell you, what an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses. Come on, Gumbaru, stick your nose out. No one's going to hit you in that shed. Come on, let's go. You, get off your mobile phone. I tell you, what's the world coming to? Oh my goodness, look at that. Your name's Lady Alley. Lady Alley, look! Oh no, no. Don't, my car's gonna get dirty. Stop! Oh my goodness. Washing the drive down. Stop! I don't want to get my car splattered down the side. I'll be very, very annoyed because I only get half a car wash. She only wants to wash the front, and the back end, my goodness, it's getting mucky. See, we're in serious trouble because of all of this congestion, because of this stupid road diversion, and nobody knows where they want to go, and we're in rush hour traffic, and we're now joining the road to the rear of the Evangelis Hospital, one of the busiest hospitals in Paphos. Everyone's rushing there to get their feet x-rayed and their hands x-rayed, and I don't know, all sorts of implements x-rayed, their brains perhaps. Probably not much call for that, is it? Not in Cyprus, not in Cyprus. I've been looking for my brain for that 15 years, and well, I think I left it in Chester. That's what I think. Anyway, I was going to do a big shout out to someone who's rather sweet, and I met him the other night. I was sitting in the Pelican and we were chatting with some people, and I got up to go and get a light for one of my cigars. There you go, Derek. I went to get a light, and as I stood up, this gentleman sitting next to me said, "Can I shake your hand?" So I said to him, "Go on then." And Kalispera, Mr. Tony Sweetener. So he's Sweetness, and his wife's Jane. And I said, "Is he a sweet guy?" And she said, "Most of the time." There you go. So, and I bumped into him onto the promenade again day before yesterday, and he's promised me that he's going to come to the harbour and have a drink or two. Great to have a chat with you before you go back to Leeds, that's for sure. Bring the daughter, bring the son-in-law, bring the granddaughter. We'll have a party, and Miss Coco will dance and prance especially for you. Come on, this is ridiculous. You get very frustrated in Cyprus, you know, if you're stuck in a traffic jam for more than, I don't know, what, 12 seconds, that's it, about 12 seconds, and you really do get excited and you start wanting to get out and get your mallet out and start shooting people and all these kind of things because it's hot. All right, we're in an air-conditioned car, but it's part of your psychology. You know, you're looking out thinking, "Oh, it's hot," and it's a very frustrating thing. And you don't want to get out of your car, but when you get out of your car, of course, you're very hot. You've got a gun on you, you've got a mallet on you. You start hitting people, you start shooting people. It's that simple. That's what Sergeant Stavros said to me. He's a captain now. He used to be a sergeant, but now he's a captain, and now he's in charge of Paphos Police. And he's a nice guy. He really, really is. Unless you get on the wrong side of him, and then, well, he's not quite so nice. So I'm told. Luckily for me, I've always stayed on his left side because he's left-handed a little like me. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's Klinos there. What's he doing in a Suzuki? What are you doing in one of them? That's terrible. Oh my goodness. He's the brother of the Honda dealer. Terrible. Driving a Suzuki. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Without trying to insult people who've got Suzukis. He must be, well, he should have a bag on his head, to be honest. If anyone else sees him in Paphos, that'll be the end of Honda sales. Anyway, there we are. That's the Evangelis Hospital over there to the left-ish. You're looking across a piece of wasteland, I know that. But just over there to the left, and I mean literally the next building, that is the Evangelis Hospital. Probably the most famous private hospital in Paphos. Well, every expat on the planet wants to go in there. They fly in from Dubai. Yes, they do indeed. Right, this is the road that is running parallel to the main new road, which they've only just completed, and for some reason they're digging it up again. Obviously put a pipe in the wrong way or something like that. So there you go. Another 3 years, that road will be out of action. But tell you what, this road's an awful lot quieter, isn't it? Look at that. Because everyone's still trapped in all the road diversions. Because most people driving around in cars in Cyprus haven't got a clue where they're going. It's as simple as that. And another story for you. I was with a gentleman once, and I went to his house, and then he got into, well, I got into his car, and then we were going off to the workshop to collect his car. Well, his wife's car, if you understand me. And there was a bit of a diversion. And when we were coming back, well, we drove around for about 20 minutes. And I said to him, "Why don't we just, I thought we were just going home." And he goes, yes, but I've got to get to my home. And I said, "Well, you take a left, take a right, take a left, take a right, take a left, and take a left, and you'll be home." He goes, "No, there's a diversion." You know, I calculated for that, and I've gone round the diversion. Anyway, we kept driving around for another 20 minutes. So, like I say, most people in Cyprus haven't got a clue where they are, and I'm including the expats and all foreigners as well. Something happens to the brain, the sun cooks it, and all you're thinking about is bacon and eggs with a bit of halloumi. That's the twist on a Cypriot breakfast. Yes, believe it or not. And a bit of halloumi, and you've got a Cypriot breakfast. There we go. And charge you an extra 50 cents in most restaurants. Now, that chap, he almost lost his foot. Did you see it? He was pirouetting in the air. Now, here we are. We've joined the main road. Just on this roundabout, you've got the Papa Antonio supermarket to give you a bearing. I wonder how much that chap wants for that car. I got a customer who wants one of those. So knew that was about 24,000 euros. A lot of money for a little Honda, isn't it? Now it's only worth about 18. Perhaps I should pull him over and hit him with my mallets. Anyway, we're back on the main drag. We're going to get to the top of the Kennedy Square, and I think we're going to call it a big goodbye. Why? Well, traffic jams, isn't it? So don't forget to come back for the next video, because we're going to go down to the Cape of Paphos Harbour, and you're going to get to see the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, on that note, if you want to know how the channel is funded, well, it's all down to you. If you do like what you see, hit that like, that's the thumbs up. Perhaps hit the subscribe. Doesn't cost you a penny to do either of those actions, but it does tell YouTube that you like what you see, and perhaps that they should recommend us to more and more people looking for a similar thing. Now, back to the money bit. If you want to treat us, you can click through to our About page, where you can find the Buy Me a Coffee icon, or simply Google us, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and perhaps treat us to that special hot latte or two, like that one there. Wow. Let me have a little slurp. Best coffee in the whole of Paphos, especially when it's been purchased for you virtually on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. So we say thank you very much to all of the people who go to do it, and we appreciate it very much indeed, and we really do. You can also join us on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, Marika and me, as a superstar member. €10 a month, that's all it is. What you get? Well, you get more and more shout outs, you get a special title, perhaps if you want to make a birthday video, an anniversary I lose my English. Anyway, you want me to call your cat in at night? No problem, that can be arranged. You can also help us out by going to the Super Thanks button, where the thumbs up, thumbs downs keep scrolling across, and you've got download shorts. There's a heart-shaped button with a little $ sign in the middle, in red, especially for us. Hit it once or twice, very much appreciated, and we thank you again from the bottom of our two hearts. Let's let this chap go, eh? He's not in any hurry, and he's deep in his thoughts, that's for sure. My goodness, we gotta thank you. Oh my God, I'm gonna go and lie down in a dark room. I am truly stunned. That's my good day, and that's his good deed for the day as well. Lost a word, didn't I? I'm confused, I'm discombobulated. There we go. Kennedy Square, that's where we are, which means we're at the very top of the old town. The building on the left-hand side is the former police headquarters. They've now got a nice new one next door to the fire station. Around here, particularly on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even a Sunday, and often on a Monday, it's very relaxed working in Cyprus, isn't it? You see, you will find this part of the square, the music. Well, I don't know. I don't even guesstimate the amount of decibels, but lots of them, and lots of young men, lots of scantily clad young ladies, and they're all having a very good party indeed. Good food, good drinks, great atmosphere. Could be that special place for you. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very soon indeed.